This is the view of the garden. You can see that it starts from over there. It's the compost base, and then there's some pumpkins over there on the compost bay, and then the bed over there was onions, and they were pulled out like 2 weeks ago, and I got some extra pepper seedlings that I planted there. So starting here, got some Armenian cucumbers growing on this trellis, and I think this is a lemon cucumber. Again, a few more Armenian cucumbers. This area probably get around 5 to 6 hours of light. And moving over here, I gotta fix the door, but this bed, there was onions in it, and I planted some extra pepper seedlings that I had, but not sure whether they're gonna get fruit. So starting here, got some leeks planted here, and this is Jamaican Scotch bonnet. Got some pods here. There was a ripe pod that something ate, and then here got again another Scotch bonnet, and I think it's a cayenne. And here I think it's a Sugar Rush peach, big pods. Supposed to be a Sugar Rush stripey, but not sure. And some mature leeks. We've been harvesting 1 or 2 here and there. I think this is a Joey Parker. Got some big peppers, but not, maybe 4 or 5. And got a ahi mango here, and not ripe yet. And I think this is, it's a Jay's peach. Yeah, I can see that, yeah. And I think that's a red habanero. So got some pods. Yep, and not gonna go in there, but moving on. On this trellis I got hyacinth runner bean, and I think the pods are poisonous, but it's a beautiful vine. Got some, I think, Chinese multicolor spinach, some kind of a grass, and this whole area has 10 beds all the way to the back, and this area only get about 4 hours of sun, so only the leafy greens. I have an eggplant growing in there, but don't think I'm gonna have any fruit in there. So these cabbages are still trying to form heads, and they would not, so I gotta pull them out. Some kale, some multicolor spinach, some baby leeks. Again, this is Brussels sprouts, and they're not gonna do well here. So some cabbages, some more cabbages, and you can see kale is doing okay back there, and some leeks, Swiss chard. And this area I didn't till or anything, I just throw in some extra seed potatoes I had, and just about 3 hours of sun, so nothing much grows there. And some beets here that I bought the seedlings, and not doing great, but they're still there. And this is Sahara kale, and right there Red Russian kale, and again some potatoes that I planted in the April, so they are pretty much ready. I think they need to die back a little more. So, and here I think these potatoes are ready, so they are planted in on May 30th. So as you can see, they have died back already, and but some of the other potato plants still there, so I'm not gonna dig them just yet. So here I got some runner beans. There was a trellis here before, which is like a bird net, and then tried to untangle it, and then these plants were damaged, so they probably not do well. Here I got some Chinese long beans. These pods are about 2 to 3 foot long, about 2 foot long now. so they're doing okay. And again, another bean one that's still yet to produce. Again, this area probably get about 6 hours of sun. So, and again, got some peppers here, about 40 pepper plants, different varieties, maybe probably 40 different varieties here. So Trinidad perfume, haven't had them yet. Bullnose peppers. This is a bigger size variety of jalapenos, but they taste very mild. And then this is pretty nice pepper, Bikini yellows, Chinese 5 color, and I think this is called Puma, but it's a very purple or blackish pod. And yep, I gotta remove this. I'm gonna do it later. So I think this is not sure. This one is a jalapeno, which is no jalapeno with no heat. Again, with 5 hours of sunlight at the end of this bed, it's not gonna do pretty well. So these are some cucumbers, again, same thing on my sunlight. These are some baby melons. Can't see the variety. What's that? Oh, it's I don't know how to pronounce this. It's one of the tasty ones. So, and some China jade cucumbers. Again, I think this is called Minnesota midget. Tiny melons. Got some little melons here, and not sure what happened to this, but it's a lemon cucumber, and I can see that there's a cucumber I need to harvest, but plants had died. And this is Oka melon. Never had it, but let's see. And here I got again, I think it's called Charantis or something. And this is a lemon cucumber. There's about 16 melon and cucumber vines on this row. And okay, right here I got another nice melon. Can't see the variety, but again, another China jade cucumber and some melons. So some Adirondack potatoes. They're still green, so not ready yet, I think. And here's a tomato row, about 20 tomato plants in there. Another row of tomatoes, about 15. And then there's another row of tomatoes, about another 15. So this is a little melon patch and summer squash. It's a mistake to plant them together, but let's see. I think this is a Bidwell melon. Not sure if they have time to mature before the frost. This is pretty good size. So, and some watermelon vines, but they don't have any fruit on them, so they might not have any at all. So this is a squash. I think it's called Illinois squash. They can get pretty big. Got one right here and one right there. That one is pretty large. And this is a candy rooster or pink banana squash, probably 2 foot long. And again, these ones are massive, so watermelons has no chance. There's one small watermelon, but it's growing very slow because of the sunlight. And squash vines. There's one other watermelon hanging in there. It's a pretty weird shape, but let's see. And got some, I think this is called Gusto winter squash. And again, another Illinois squash right there. And this is the third tomato row, which I have not tied up this week, so need to be done. And this is some Korean sweet potato vines, and that sweet potato vine was bought from a nursery. So, and I threw in my extra tomato seedlings here. No trellis, nothing, just growing where they can. They got some fruit, so nice. And there's some extra seed potatoes planted here. This area get pretty low sunlight, pretty much like 4 hours, but they're doing okay. So better carrot, they have been here since mid-April, so still not ready. A herb patch and one extra pepper plant. And here I got some China Jet cucumbers here, lemon cucumbers, I think they're lemon cucumbers. And this is some bush beans, I think it's called dragon's tongue. And again, melons and cucumbers. Some bush beans, I pulled out the onions from these 2 beds about a couple of weeks ago. 4 Duke giant Swiss chard, and all the rest of the extra pepper seedlings are in these pots. So I'm not gonna go through everyone. There's probably 80 varieties of peppers in here in the whole garden. This area get probably about another 4 hours of sun, so whatever that grows pretty slow and does not produce a lot. So that's Armenian cucumber. I think that's a curry melon right there. 2 on this wine, very good. I think that's a loofah. Yes, it's a loofah. Another Armenian cucumber, another one, and got some late plantings of sweet potato, watermelons and some squash, but don't think they would do well. So here I got the sweet potato vine that's on that tub. Let's see how it goes. Some zinnias, marigolds, and July planted potatoes. They are pretty much like 90-day varieties. Want to see how are they gonna do it at the end of the season. And this is a gangsta, I think lemon peppers, looking pretty nice. And here I planted my best pepper seedlings and super hot varieties, but made a mistake of planting some of the bigger vining squash here, so planting for the first time. So, and these squash took over, and pepper plants has no chance of producing well. But I was just some peppers, but that's it. Got 2 summer squash, I think it's a patty pan, and another variety right there. Got some again, I think it's called Charantis melons, and some couple of leeks here. And then at the end on this end got a patch of eggplants. I think this is a black beauty eggplant. This is Chinese variety. They are very tender. Already harvested about 2 or 3. And this eggplant I've never had before. Interesting to try. So, and this one too. It's pretty big and very thorny on the calyx. So this is Japanese eggplant. They're pretty big, really nice. And again, another variety of eggplant. I think again some black beauties, I think. And this is lavender frog egg, pretty small, but they are pretty nice. And I got a eggplant here that's about 4.5 foot tall. Haven't gotten any ripe fruit yet, and actually there's one right there. So this has been the most prolific variety yet. Melan, I think it's called Melanzano di Rossi. It's an Italian red eggplant. Got 3 plants here, probably has about 30 eggplants in there. And again, some more melons. a small jalapeno plant which has about 10 jalapenos, which is nice. And tomatoes, those are I think orange accordions from Baker's Creek. Looks nice. Gotta harvest them before chipmunks get in. And again, that's about it. Wish I had more sunlight in this area. Oh, and a good sized Kahari melon, probably ready in a week or so.